I'm Kate Brown. I'm Professor of Development Studies at the University of East Anglia, and I work on environmental change and development. Why should we be interested in climate change from a development perspective? Well, I think there's increasing evidence that we're really heading for severe climate change and perhaps a global warming of up to 4 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial levels. And this has really significant implications, particularly for poor people in developing countries who are likely to be most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. So I think we need more development-orientated research, both into how people can adapt to the impacts of climate change, but also into what the likely implications of mitigation strategies are too. Another reason why I think we need to work in this area is that it's very important that development specialists understand and know about climate change. And that's so that they can really take an active and informed role in defining policies in the light of climate change. Now, I think at UEA we're sort of uniquely placed really to undertake this kind of work. For a start, we're very interdisciplinary in the way in which we approach it, so we bring natural scientists and social scientists together to tackle these issues. But we can also interact with the climate change experts here at UEA through the Tyndall Centre and through other departments here at the university. At the same time, we have really good links with development practitioners and with collaborators in developing countries. I think that's a real advantage for us. So what are the areas of research in the school on climate change and development? Well, we have a group of experts who work on water security, and that's clearly a very important area in East and Northern Africa, and certainly in semi-arid areas of the Middle East. There's also a big group that works on adaptation issues, so looking at a whole range of different ways in which people can take action to respond to climate change, maybe in anticipation of impacts. But one area that we look at is how people respond to current climate variability and what that might mean for how they're able to respond to likely impacts of climate change in the future. A number of us work on climate change governance. And one of the key issues that we're examining at the moment are these proposals for reducing emissions of greenhouse gases from forest degradation and deforestation, so-called REDD policies. And these are being promoted widely as a means of actually channeling money from developed countries into developing countries and to help mitigate climate change through stopping the conversion of forest, which actually locks a lot of carbon in biomass, to other land uses. And what me and my colleagues are interested in looking at is really whether or not these proposals for REDD are likely to benefit or perhaps actually be detrimental to poor people who live on the margins of forests or who live in forests and depend on forest resources in developing countries. So the type of research that we do on climate change and development here, I would say, is interdisciplinary. It's engaged with current policy and with different development agencies. And it's also placed within this context of an institution with a wide range of climate change expertise, so that students and researchers, for example, participate in the Tyndall Centre, and there's a very good and very lively seminar programme and so on. So I think we're very lucky in that our students and our staff come from these very different perspectives and very different range of skills and disciplines to focus down on climate change and development.